Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the third video of this morning. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 9:29 a.m.
Happy Sunday guys. I haven't got any plans for today. I have just listened to an answer phone message from my mother Jennifer that called about 1 minute past 9 this morning. Jennifer did. Saying that she was sorry she didn't ring last night, but she, Jennifer, had fallen asleep on the sofa. So when I was going through that awful experience last night, I felt like I was being bullied to death in McDonald's. My mum was fast asleep on the sofa. She said she hadn't been feeling very well yesterday, Jennifer, when I was in the McDonald's in Rochester with my son. So she said she hopes me, Genestra, Crystal, has a good day. McDonald's always disagrees with me. I always have rapid heartburn after at McDonald's. I do. It's heartburn food. It's heart attack food. I really wouldn't have chosen to eat in there. But my son is a lot younger than me. He's in his 20s. I'm 54. And my son, we've got this big age gap, you see. I want to sit indoors, curl up and watch the telly and have a cup of coffee. He wants to go out night clubbing and dancing. There's 30 years age gap between us, you know. And I love going out with my son, don't get me wrong. But how many times have I tried to get a date off Facebook dating? And all I get is, I'm a young lad that fancies older women. When I'm looking for a man of about 40 to 60, right? I have been doing this for the past 6 years now. And all I'm getting is, I'm a younger bloke looking for an older woman. Why? Why? So you can treat her like a mop and bucket? I mean, don't be stupid. If I can't find a decent bloke, I'm quite happy indoors. Don't disturb me out of my slumber. Don't disturb me out of my snack chair, please. Really? If I can't find anyone sensible, I'd rather be by myself, young lads. What are they going to do with me? I mean, I'm 54 years old. I know what I want. They ain't going to mess around with me. They're not. I know what I want, and I don't want somebody that uses me for money, uses me for sex, and treats me like a doormat. Right, now we're getting on to what I watched before I went to McDonald's yesterday, and what I read before I went to McDonald's yesterday. So I was watching the news yesterday, and there was a piece about the fire brigade. Racist, misogynist, abuse to women in the fire brigade, in the London fire brigade, abuse. And I was listening to how one woman had male members of the fire brigade piss in her helmet, a fire helmet. They pissed in a woman's fire helmet. Several people have committed suicide in the fire brigade as well, through abuse, bullying, racist abuse. So in a Muslim's pocket they put burgers and bacon, because Muslims something to do with halal, isn't it? So they put burgers and sausages into an Indian fireman's pocket. They abused coloured men, and they've sexually abused and mistreated women in the London Fire Brigade. That is what I watched on the news last night, and I was disgusted. Men are now treating women like shit. missing in a fire lady's helmet. And when questioned, like whoever was in charge, he didn't act very sorry at all. Because the news presenter said, do you think women especially, would like to join the fire brigade at this moment in time? Would you encourage it? He went, yes. Well, even though there's a catalogue of abuse to women in the fire brigade, you'd encourage women to join the firefighting force. I've experienced bullying in the civil service. I've experienced it in most of the jobs I've worked at. For me, people seem to think it's that if they can't find somebody will find something to pick on you. Where you can be absolutely perfect, and someone somewhere will find something to pick on you with. Also, I read this because I'm doing my own therapy. I've had a catalogue of disasters with people trying to give me therapy. I've been sent young women that don't have a clue about incest, racial abuse and all things like that. One woman said, I can't counsel you anymore. What you're saying to me is upsetting me. So that's not a trained counsellor or a psychotherapist. That was a young teenager of about 19 given to me, Crystal, in my 40s. When I've been sexually abused by my dad. She found it upsetting and she didn't counsel me anymore. We've had cognitive behavioural therapy therapist at Pender House in Strood. That was more like a comedy show, a big fat woman with glasses, not helping me at all. And in the year that I was going to therapy, I got punched on the head. The year I was going to therapy, I got punched on the head. So therapy is no use to me. So I was reading this before I went out, Changing with Time. I'm coming to terms with getting from middle age to old age, and we all change physically and emotionally as we get older. And it's very funny because there wasn't one old person in McDonald's yesterday, and this is what I was reading out loud because I record myself, I tape it. So this is what I was reading out loud yesterday before I met my son and went to McDonald's. Changing with time. We all change physically, emotionally, and perhaps spiritually and philosophically as we grow older. Even if nothing exceptionally dramatic or notable happens to us, certain changes are inevitable. Our hair will go grey. Our facial features will adopt deep expressive wrinkles. Some of us actually even improve physically with age, not to mention in other more pertinent personality-based ways, such as mellowing or becoming more accepting. But in the main, we just get older. And it shows. Being able to acknowledge, adapt to and accept the way your body's abilities and physical attributes change over time can help you to maintain a healthy body image for life. Being older doesn't equate to being uglier or less useful. It just means that you're naturally aging and your looks are changing. So every young person isn't going to stay the same. So someone of 20, 25 is not going to look the same as when they were 50. Comprende? Your ability to climb up a mountain or dance the night away may diminish, but that's only natural and normal. Aging gracefully involves accepting the physical changes associated with getting older and adapting to new limitations whilst making the most of your capabilities. Many men and women come to terms with their changing appearances as they grow older and manage to maintain a healthy and robust body image. You can do the same if you apply a healthy attitude to growth, age and change. As humans, we're not stagnant. We evolve and develop over time. No one can be defined absolutely on the basis of how they appear externally however old they are. So try to embrace rather than reject the way in which your body and face change over time. Try to appreciate every smile line and worry wrinkle. They're the traces of a life fully lived. Other events such as accidents, car accidents and illness can also impact on your appearance and physical abilities. Adjusting to drastic or unpredicted changes to your face and body can be very difficult at any stage of life. Sometimes you may need some extra professional help. It can be inspiring to note that ordinary people do go on to lead satisfying lives even after serious accidents or illness. The actor Christopher Reeve, 1952 to 2004, is probably one of the best known examples of famous people who've suffered this type of adversity. Reeve, famous for playing the role of Superman in a whole series of films, became a quadriplegic in 1995 after being thrown from his horse during a sporting competition. He then lobbied on behalf of people with spinal cord injuries and in support of human embryonic stem cell research. Even if an accident or illness hasn't resulted in serious physical disability, comparatively minor issues such as facial scarring or walking with a limp can still be challenging. Adjusting to the loss of a limb, altered facial and bodily appearance due to an accident, loss of sight or hearing and diminished mobility in response to disease can have a profound impact on your personal sense of identity and on your overall body image. Happily, many people adapt to these sorts of difficulty and lead full, enriched lives. If you've experienced any of the difficulties discussed, seek help. So guys, I've got some more to say. I read that out loud before I went to McDonald's because I'm trying to give myself therapy. I'm recording my voice, my emotions every day so that I can see what I feel like over a 7-day week and what is causing me to get upset, to get angry, and what other people, how they're affecting me by what they're saying and doing is causing depression. There is a piece about suicidal thoughts in that book. The book is called Cognitive Behavioural Therapy for Dummies. I got it from Rochester Library. I'm teaching myself to ignore bullies. One of the things that I've done for a long time is count to 10 when I feel angry. In that book it says go outside and take a breath of fresh air if you feel like you're going to get angry. Just walk away from the situation. Yesterday I couldn't, I was with my son. But if I had been on my own in McDonald's with all those people and their rude, disgusting behaviour, I would have walked out of that shop and gone somewhere else. See you later.